Welcome to the Master People Platform tutorials. In this tutorial, I will show you how to work with the workflow of an assessment. We will be going through how to set norms, choosing the report download option for our candidates, decide on the screening method, creating criteria, and setting match percentage. So first of all, let's log on to the Master People platform. And as always, I'm shown with the dashboard for my company, Newline HR Limited. I'm working on a recruitment for a sales representative. I've already started creating the assessment with choosing the solutions and adding a couple of people. So now I want to come back to that assessment and I click on the assessment list. And I'm shown with a list of all the assessments that I'm currently working on. Again, I'm looking for the sales representative. And as you can see up here in the workflow, I have chosen ACE and Opto. I have added Matt, Sandra, Fiona, and Simon. And this assessment is still in draft mode. To be able to set the report download option, for example, it's very important that none of the people have completed the test yet, because it then locks to their being able to download reports, norms, and so on. So let's look into it here. First of all, I have on my right hand the different options for report in ACE. I have the only report that candidates can download is the score report, or I can choose the vacant, which means that they are not able to download a report. In this case, I want them to download a report. The test shows which test I normally use. In this case, it's the high precision. But for this particular assessment, I would like to use the standard precision, so I choose that one. Down here, I normally use the international norm. For this assessment, I will keep the international norm. And these settings are for this particular assessment. I can now set the criteria. I have done my job analysis, which I have followed the instructions on the training course, the certification course. And in this case, I know that I would like my candidates to have 7, 8, 9, or 10 in their ACE score to be able to proceed. If I want to use this tool as a screening tool, I can set a cutoff between ACE and Opto. So I only make Opto available for the candidates that matches these criteria that I have set on ACE. If, for example, I set the criteria to 90, I know that people who also get a 6 will also be added to my list of qualified candidates. But in this case, I only want to see 7, 8, 9, or 10, which means I have to set the criteria or the match percentage to 100%. Now I've set the criteria, the norms, and the download options for ACE, and I simply click on Opto, and now I set the same for Opto. I choose my report. I want the normal score report and not the expanded score report, for example. In test, we only have one version of Opto, so I don't have an option there. And again, normally I use the Danish norm, but in this case, I want to use the international norm. And then I set on the scales that I would like to set criteria. If I don't want to use a criteria, I simply leave it at 1 to 10. So in this case, cooperation is not a criteria that I value very high. So the rest of them I set, and I know how to set it because I have done my homework and done a job analysis on Opto. If I would like to be reminded what a low score or a high score in influence mean, I have this little information button over here, which I can press. and it describes to me what influence is on one side and the other side. Again, here I don't have any solutions after Opto, so it doesn't mind if I don't set a match percentage for Opto. I can do if I want, but I'll just, in this case, just leave it. Then I press done. And now I've set the criteria on ACE and Opto, and I can see that by this little mark down here, change in color. And the match percentage of 100% is shown on ACE. And as you have just seen, there is no match percentage on Opto. This is how you set norms, choose the report download options, and decide on the screening methods by setting the match percentage and creating the criteria. Remember that these candidates have not yet received their invitation. If you want to send the invitation, you can see the tutorial on sending invitations via the Master People platform. Thank you very much for joining us.